From F.E. Warren Air Force Base in Cheyenne, Wyoming, this is Missile Minutiae, the official podcast of the 90th Missile Wing and Team F.E. Warren. Hello again, and welcome to the podcast. My name is Glenn Robertson with the Public Affairs Office, and we are going to have an episode based on the new Welcome Center here on base. With me, as always,
I'm Tech Sergeant Tyler Placey, also with the Public Affairs Office, and we've got a special guest today with us. She is the Welcome Center Director, Master Sergeant Vargas.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing today?
Doing good, sir.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So we thank you for coming and talking to us. The Welcome Center is a new thing, and there's a lot of interest in what's happening, and it's going to hopefully make new airmen and people arriving on base make their lives a lot more easy. Things will go a little bit more efficient. So why don't you tell us, basically, as somebody comes onto the base, what is that process going through the Welcome Center?
All right, sir. So new airmen arriving on station will be scheduled through the Welcome Center SharePoint by a member of their CSS, their command support staff, when they arrive on station. And that should happen within 72 hours of a member's arrival on station. Before taking any permissive leave, house hunting days, we want to make sure that we take care of you here and in-process you. So first-term airmen are required to be accompanied to the Welcome Center appointment by a sponsor or a member of their unit. And that's just to ensure that a member doesn't go to the wrong building and they're actually welcome to the base.
Speaking of wrong buildings, what is the building number?
So the building number is Building 210. It is located on 7405 Sabre Road, or Sabre Circle.
It's a rotary circle.
It's right off of Randall Avenue.
It is right off of Randall
if you come down the main road, it's right there on the left.
Yes, sir. It is on the left-hand side. And members are encouraged to bring their dependents with them to the Welcome Center appointment. And it is a scheduled appointment, and that's just to ensure that members are fully in process with MPF, finance, TMO, and military housing in approximately 1 hour. So that is most of their in-processing at F.E. Warren done in an hour.
Outstanding.
Cool. Yeah, in fact, I took one of our new airmen through there the other day, and it is by far the quickest in-processing that I've ever been a part of, and 5 or 6 bases now. So it was interesting to see, having everyone in the same place.
One thing that I've kind of seen with this, or what I'm assuming with this, is that it make people feel welcome, and it's also an efficiency thing. You've experienced several bases. How much more efficient is it being made through this Welcome Center where everything is all together versus having to go all over base?
Yes, sir. So the Warren Welcome Center makes in-processing fast and easy. No more running around to different buildings or lengthy procedures. It's a one-stop shop for airmen when they arrive to F.E. Warren. This will allow them to do about 95% of their in-processing within an hour on average. This helps airmen and their families get situated in a timely manner.
When things get back to normal, new airmen, people coming to the base are still going to be expected to go to Right Start, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And right now, Right Start is done virtually.
Okay.
And at the Welcome Center, we also schedule people for medical Right Start. And that's happening every Wednesday. So we have to make sure that there's only 20 people in attendance for that because of COVID. But we schedule medical Right Start and base Right Start is done virtually for the time being.
Okay. If you were going to tell an airman, a new airman, or just somebody new to the base, give them any advice in your position, what would you tell them?
So I would say with this new Welcome Center, usually when you get to a base, it takes anywhere from 30 to 45 days to in-process. Here we're doing it within an hour. Most of your in-processing within an hour. And it's 4 offices that are in one building, so it's a lot easier, a lot nicer. We want families to join the military members as well because we want to welcome not only the military member, but their families as well. We want to be able to provide a system of support and provide a continued connection and commitment to the Air Force families and the Air Force mission.
I do have a question for the new supervisors or the supervisors that have new folks coming in. How can they get a hold of the Welcome Center to set a time for their airmen to in-process?
So the actual appointment is scheduled through their CSS on the SharePoint, but they're more than welcome. Any supervisor, anyone's more than welcome to come into the building, tour it, just to see ahead of time what their airman is going to be going through. And I'm more than happy to give them a tour and explain the process and just to make them feel more welcome. That's the whole point of the Welcome Center, is to ensure that the airmen are taken care of before they get here, when they get here, and while they're here.
You said that there were 4 offices in the facility. Do you know offhand what those 4 offices are?
Yes, sir. The first stop is going to be MPS, and then after that it's finance, followed by TMO. If a member does need housing, we do have housing upstairs, as well as a new position, which is the resident advocate. And that is Mr. Tom. He deals with any complaints that you might have or any issues that you might have with housing. He takes care of those and makes sure that families coming into base are welcome.
So speaking of the resident advocate, is that what you called it?
Yes, sir.
Resident advocate. Is that just for folks that are just arriving to the base? So the resident advocate is there for anyone that lives on base, that lives off base, anyone that needs help with housing, as well as the housing manager. She's also there to assist anyone if you need an apartment off base, if you just need housing on or off base, if you need help finding a home. That's what our housing folks are there for.
Is that open to active duty members only, or is that open to civilians?
It is open to anyone that resides on base, anyone that's assigned to F.E. Warren Air Force Base. So spouses as well, and anyone that is a Wrangler.
So, Sergeant Vargas, we've really appreciated you coming on and giving us everything we need to know about the Welcome Center. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we close everything out?
No, thank you for your time, and thank you for inviting me here, and thank you to our leadership that stood this Welcome Center up. I think it is a great way to welcome people to F.E. Warren, and that's all I have. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed having you.
Well, folks, thanks again for tuning in. This has been Missile Minutia, the official podcast of the 90th Missile Wing. Tyler, you got anything else to close us out with?
Sure. Tune in next week. We're going to be talking with Master Sergeant Rogers from Launchworks.
Thanks a lot.